Hey guys, and welcome back to another memory plan with me. Today I'm memory planning for the week of June 1st through the 7th, and the kit I'm using is called Relax by Two Lil Bees. I chose to go with gold foiling for this kit, and I also paired a wiggle from Monsterz Co with this kit, which I still had a few things left over. I think it was called Gold Tinsel or something. It was one of the very first ones she ever released, and I did use the wiggle last year, but like I said, I still had a few things left over, and I pulled those in as well. So for headers, I'm using bow headers from also Two Lil Bees that match the kit, as well as some scalloped headers from Sadie's Stickers, and the gold foil headers are by 𝗏𝗏𝗢𝗏𝗍𝗍𝗡𝗏𝗍.
Say you love me, say it like you mean it, 'cause lately I've been wondering if we should be together. Tell me how you feel, it's now or never, now or never. But you're yelling at me for something I didn't even do, making it so hard for me, and I think I need a vacation. 'Cause all we ever do now is complaining, and I've been getting tired of it lately. Feels like we're battling. Maybe it's better if we're on our own. Take it back to when it was you and me in the sheets. I don't wanna go, I don't wanna go. But you're yelling at me for something I didn't even do, making it so hard for me, and I think I need a vacation. 'Cause all we ever do now is complaining, and I've been getting tired of it lately. Feels like we're battling. Maybe it's better if we're on our own. I need a vacation, 'cause all we ever do now is complaining, and I've been getting tired of it lately.
So starting out with Monday, to mark Coffee Monday this week, I used a coffee cup from Papershire Co, and the Coffee Monday script is by IceCreamJo. I also used this gold foiled heart by 𝗏𝗏𝗢𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 lines to, you know, foil up the non-foiled icons. And then it was also my adoptive dad's birthday, so I used a script from Artbox Stickers, and the balloons are by Honeyinked. It's funny because the week prior it was my adoptive mom's birthday, and then we always we were always a week apart. So it was my mom's birthday on May 25th, then it was my dad's birthday on June 1st, and then my birthday is on June 12th. So that was always fun growing up to, you know, celebrate all of our birthdays in a row. But I also marked that it was the beginning of June, so I just used a bow from the Wiggle from Monsterz Co. I don't really have any Hello Month scripts, which I should probably pick up. But I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to mark it this time, which I usually never mark the beginning of the month. But like I said, for some reason I just wanted to do it that day. But I also had a video go live, so I used a script from Letters to Apollo and the YouTube play button again from the Wiggle. I watched a lot of Vampire Diaries. I mentioned it in my last memory prime with me that we started binge watching that the weekend prior. So we did watch some more that day, and I used a laptop from the kit and a script from Kinzis Creations. And then to mark my Monday meeting, I used a flag from CleverGalCrafts. The computer is from Paper Company, and again, the meeting script is from Kinzis Creations. Then moving on to Tuesday. On Tuesday, it was Blackout Tuesday. I'm pretty sure most of you, or if not all of you, saw what was going on social media, where you put a black picture up on your feed on social media. And to mark that, I used 2 flags from the kit, which of course I cut down, and a phone from Honeyinked. And I know a few people were complaining about it because a lot of people didn't know why Blackout Tuesday was happening or what it was supposed to be for. I know it originated from the music industry, and it was basically to amplify black voices. I mean, not everyone knew what was going on, but a lot of people did. So I muted myself for most of the day because in the morning I totally forgot about it, to be honest. So I did have a few things up on my stories, but once I realized that it was Blackout Tuesday, I didn't post anything that was not Black Lives Matter related, or I didn't share anything other than stories or certain things from people of color, which was the point. They were not supposed to be muted, but everybody else was supposed to be muted. Just wanted to put that out there because I know a lot of people didn't know what was going on, but a lot of people did know what was going on. So but yeah, I marked that, and then all of the dividers and flourishes are by Honeyinked, of course. I also received some Happy Mail that day, so I used an envelope from the kit, and then I had to order my son's birthday cake, and that cake is from an icon sheet from WildSummerDesigns, which I don't think she offers them anymore, but when she had a different format, you were able to pick up a sheet with just icons. I really don't know if she still offers them because she changes her format quite often. But yeah, that's where that's from. And then I also cleaned the house. So I used the hexagon from Saucy Stickers Co. The script is from Paper Company, and the cleaning bottle is from 𝐻𝐻𝐿 Stationery. And again, we watched some more Vampire Diaries, so I just marked that with an icon from the Wiggle. On Wednesday, I received my Happy Planner, which you saw in my recent haul that I posted. And to mark that, I again used a box from the Wiggle. I also watched a lot of HBCU marching bands that day. I literally binge watched it for hours. I absolutely love marching bands. In case you didn't know what HBCU stands for, it means historically Black colleges and universities, which we do have one here in our city, which is Alabama State, which my husband attends as well. And yeah, he really just wanted to apply to HBCUs because that was very important to him, because they were founded to educate Black men and women. So yeah, but I just absolutely love their marching bands. They are so good, and they have dancers, and yeah, I pretty much binge watched it all day. And again, the laptop is from WildSummerDesigns. Also that day, I switched my music challenge that I started a few weeks ago. I paused that one, where you post a song each day on your stories. And I switched it to the Black Music Month, which if you follow me on Instagram, obviously so basically, it's the same thing, but you post songs from Black artists and mainly, big artists. But that is pretty fun, and that icon is from CleverGalCrafts. But also that day I took off my nails and I kind of let them breathe for a couple of days. So for that I used a flag from the kit and this beautiful hand from Two Plans, which is just gorgeous. And I just let the icon speak for itself. And then to mark thunderstorms, I used an asterisk from Nicole Alexia Designs because that day we had very bad thunderstorms. On Thursday, I uploaded another plan with me. So again, I used the script from Letters to Apollo with the film icon from the Wiggle. And then we also had some pizza that day. So I cut off a piece from a flag to kind of use as a background. And the pizza box is from Honeyinked. I also went grocery shopping. For that, I used an icon from CleverGalCrafts, and I layered a clear icon from CleverGalCrafts on top of that to make it foiled. I had another meeting as usual. Mondays and Thursdays are my meeting days, and I marked that the same as I did on Monday. Thursday is also trash day, and for that again I used an icon from the wiggle to mark that. And then a day I also had to call maintenance because our smoke detector was low. Like the battery was low and it kept beeping and it was so annoying. But I put in the work order in the morning, and then a few hours later they came and fixed it, which was very nice. But the house icon is from the JP Studio, and I just layered that on top of a flag from the kit. On Friday I was stressed TF out. I was so stressed, and I think I never marked being stressed as pretty as I did in this spread. But it pretty much took up all of my morning. So here's the little story. But my one of my old co-workers from Sephora, her son went to the same preschool as my son did, and she posted on Facebook that her son is graduating from pre-K today, and he's officially a kindergartner. So I messaged her and I asked her, did they have a graduation today? Because I mentioned before their graduation was supposed to be on May 20th, but obviously it was canceled. And she was like, yes, they have one at 2 p.m. I thought you were going to be there. And I was like, no one told me. I am in contact with his teacher. Like we were talking about, what they're supposed to learn, and we're going over materials, and she always checks in on him, which is so nice. But yeah, no one told me about it, so I was very surprised, and I couldn't reach the teacher, like my son's teacher, at all. So I was stressed out because obviously, I do want my son to experience that if they do have a graduation. So my husband was at work. He had to put in, what is it called? A leave form so he can leave early so he can watch the other two kids while I was going to the graduation because, we didn't want to take all of our kids there because obviously it's not safe yet. So I called my mom-in-law, but she had to work, and then I called my son's godmom if she wanted to come with us, and she said, yeah, she's getting off at 12, so that works out. So I was just running back and forth. I was calling people, and I was, like I said, I was just stressed until I finally got a hold of the teacher, and she was like, no, they do not have a graduation. That's just something that specific teacher planned with one of the parents, she guesses, but she wasn't able to reach all of the parents from my son's class, so she wasn't able to, get us all together. And yeah, I was relieved, but I was also sad at the same time because I was like, oh, he might have a little graduation still. But again, got my hopes up for no reason, so that was a little bit of disappointment. But yeah, I was just stressed out. But yeah, I just layered 2 half boxes to mark that, and this beautiful deco piece from the kit, as well as a divider by Honeyinked that I placed down vertically. And then we also had McDonald's that day. For that, I used an scalloped icon from Samantha Mae Sticks. I also did a lot of cleaning that day, so I used an icon from the kit, and we binge watched Kitchen Nightmares that evening, which my husband and I absolutely love. Gordon Ramsay's shows, like, he's hilarious. Yeah, to mark that, I used a meal icon from, oh my goodness, what is it called? WildSummerDesigns again. On Saturday, we had to take some things to the dumpster. I feel like we always take things to the dumpster because we really are. Like I said, I'm like decluttering and getting rid of things all of the time. But to mark that, I used the trash can from the GP Studio. And then I also did my workout plan for the following week. And for that, I again used a deco piece from the kit, which was pretty large, but I just layered a workout script from Avenue K Design on top of that to, symbolize that I was doing, writing down my workout plan. That evening, we also watched Red Tails, so I layered a flag with an airplane from 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐻 Stationery, which I posted that on my stories as well. Red Tails is a movie from about World War II, and it's about the Tuskegee Airmen, which was just black soldiers, and there are to this day one of the most decorated, that's what they call them in the Air Force, which basically means best, but you know, most decorated Air Force unit. Yeah, till this day. They were amazing. They have changed a lot when it comes to the outcome of, you know, World War II, and they're just amazing. And my husband loves watching movies like that. I don't really like war movies because they always make me cry, but it's a very good movie. You know, it shows how black people were treated back then, even though they were fighting for this country. And yeah, even though they were treated like pretty much shit. I'm sorry if I'm cussing, but that's how they were treated. But that didn't stop them from still, you know, doing their job and pretty much saving this country. But yeah, so I marked that, and then I did switch out my nails or applied the new nails that day. And again, that icon is from from WildSummerDesigns. And then I also started a cleanse that day, which is like a two-day cleanse. And for that, I used the green tea from Papershire. On Sunday, it was a pretty much lazy day. I didn't mark it on Saturday, but I had a gallbladder attack, which some of you guys know I do have gallstones, and sometimes, you know, I have to deal with these attacks. So it was pretty much a lazy Sunday because I was kind of recovering. I felt so much better though. But yeah, it wasn't a lot going on. So we did a few things on our bedroom and the kids' room. And I again used a deco piece to mark that with some flags. I also had to order a couple of gifts on Amazon for my son. So that icon is from CleverGalCrafts. In the morning, we had our online church service, or church streaming, I guess. And for that, I used a laptop from 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻 Stationery. And then my husband also stopped by the ATM to take out some cash because we're slowly going back to cash envelopes. But that icon again is also from CleverGalCrafts. For my sidebar, the vitamin script is from Kinzis Creations. And then, of course, you know, my husband's work schedule, which I think this is the last week actually where I'm using a weekly tracker. And then most of the next weeks I'm using 2 half boxes actually for 2 highlights of the week, to kind of, you know, switch it up. But as the highlight of this week, I used the hospital from 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻 Stationery to mark that my husband had another MRI appointment, which he does quite often, which kind of sucks. But you know, nothing that we can do. But here's the full spread. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Hit to believe that I'm living. You can lock me up if my tongue keeps slipping. I'ma keep spitting up rhymes I'm digging, and you can be my fame.